Screaming like the start of a race. Diet Pepsi's my fuel in this Monday maze. Shake the weekend fog off my tired face. The hustling begins, no time to waste. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The crowd won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I feel the glow. It's my time now, let's start the show. Sun clouds up higher, chasing dreams like chasing fire. Got my rhythm set to overdrive. This Monday motivation vibe's keeping me alive. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The crowd won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I feel the glow. It's my time now, let's start the show. Street lights fading, sun climbs up higher, chasing dreams like chasing fire. Got my rhythm set to overdrive. This Monday motivation vibe's keeping me alive. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The crowd won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I feel the glow. It's my time now, I own the show. The week can be heavy, but I'm tougher still. Climbing the mountain, fueled by will. Each heartbeat whispers, yes you can. I'm golden, helping every woman and man. Hey Monday, motivation, bring it on. Let's do this thing. The crowd won't stop, the fire will show. Step by step, I feel the glow. It's my time now, let's start the show.
Hey guys, welcome in. It is Monday Motivation Night, which means it must be Monday, right? So welcome in everybody. If you are brand new to my channel, you've never been to one of my Monday Motivation shows before, welcome in. I'm so glad to have you. My name is Pamela, aka Scooterrenee. I'm your host of tonight's Monday Motivation, as I am for all Monday Motivations. So welcome in, grab a comfy seat, a drink of your choice, and let's do this thing for tonight, right? So I also do auctions on my channel as well, generally Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. However, just started a brand new estate sale company, and so right now Tuesdays and Wednesdays have kind of been my work night to get ready for our first estate sale, which is in June. So I'm excited about that and everything. Real quick, those of you that know about it and everything, and then we'll get to chat and all that good stuff. Tammy got the text the other day with a picture of our sign. I wanted to see if I could show it to you guys really, really quick, because now it really makes it real. You know, it's in the paper, which made it really real. And now we got the sign to go with it. Blow it up so you can kind of see. But there you go, Reflection Estate Sale. And then this is a huge sign that we'll put out at the edge of the street that says Estate Sale Today. And it's on both sides. So no matter what way you're coming or going, you can see it. So I'm excited. I know we got a prayer request in the chat. I'm going to get to that here in just a second. Make sure you do the YouTube things. You subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Make sure you ring that bell for all notifications so you know when we go live or upload new content. Also, a thumbs up on your way in. I would greatly appreciate that. Or on your way out. Either one. I don't care. Just as long as you give me the thumbs up. My eyeliner. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all know I notice this stuff when I go live. And it's like driving me nuts. It never happens until I see myself on the screen. And I'm like, what is up? That is jacked up. Anyways. If you are new to my channel, I hope you'll keep coming on back. Eyeliner messed up and all. And all my OGs, I see you coming in. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate you being here as always. And the playback crew. We can't forget the playback crew. If you are the playback crew, please make sure you comment below the video and let me know that you're playback crew. Also, I do chat participation questions. I did not get the drawing ready for tonight for last month. We'll do it next week. That would be for the month of April. So every time you participate in chat, when I ask a question or have you make a statement, I'll star your comment. That way I can go back and enter you into our monthly drawing that we usually do on the first Monday of each month. But I'm behind on that part. So let's see who all is in chat. Also, if you don't mind, leave me a comment after the show. Let me know what you think about it and everything. I saw echoes last week, and that always just makes me feel better, makes me feel like I'm on the right track with you guys. That kind of stuff kind of, encourages me a little too. So if you wouldn't mind, leave me a comment on that as well. First in tonight, we got Kathy. Hello, Kathy. Welcome in. So good to see you. We got Crack and Mary. Hello, Crack and Mary. Welcome in. Good to see you. Echo, Echo, Echo. Hello, Echo. Welcome in. So good to see you as always. Those of you that didn't know, Living My Best Life. She does great things on her channel. Check her out. Her real name is Echo as well. So, all right, let's see. We got Josie here. Hello, sweet Josie. Welcome in. So good to see you, sweetheart. Let's see. Yeah, Kathy was the first one in. Cool Ranch. There's my sister. Welcome in. So good to see you. Good to see you. We got the best Joanne. Hello. Welcome in. There's my feather sister, Selena. Welcome in. Good to see you. Nancy. Hello, sweetheart. I'm going to read your prayer request here in just a second. I know I got to scroll down just a little bit to get to it. Lisa D. Hello, hello. Welcome in. So good to see you. And make sure I got everybody. More people will come in as they get the notification. There's lots of great things going on the YouTube. So people jump in as they get the notification or jump in here and there and stuff. So we'll say hello to them as they arrive. All right, here's Nancy's prayer request. Disability claim got denied for the second time. We're going to appeal it. Pray the appeal gets approved. Thank you. Definitely will add that to my prayer. I know how challenging that is having my daughter own it. I always tell people jokingly, at least for us, in our case, I don't know if her doctor just took really good notes or what, but everybody kept telling us, hey, you're going to get denied the first time you apply. So keep trying to appeal it and everything. And she got approved right out of the gate, which was very surprising because hers is to do with social anxiety, what is the word? It just left my head. It is social anxiety, but she cannot, it's hard for her to deal with public. But it's gotten better. I don't know how, but she helps out at hometown almost every freaking day, and she does a great job at it. So Nancy, we will keep you in your prayers. We'll keep you in our prayers. How about that? Good grief. It is Monday. All right. Yep, Selena knows very well on that as well. Yep. And I'm not sure, you might already have it, but, an attorney always helpful. They sometimes have, what do you call it? Where you don't have to pay for it. I can't think what you call it. Cool says I had a needle biopsy on my neck this morning. Thought that wasn't until Thursday. Am I missing that? Or did you get in sooner? That might be what it is. Was so painful and worse this evening. Need some prayer that this tumor is benign. Yes, guys. Definitely be lifting Cool Ranch up in your prayers as well. I'd already been praying for it, but I've been telling God about Thursday, and here you are. You surprised me with Monday. So definitely be praying that it is benign, because I need my sister Cool for the rest of my life. She can't go anywhere. She's got to stay here. I got to go to Colorado every now and then. She's got to come to Arkansas at some point, right? So, if y'all didn't know, I've been out to Cool Ranches twice now. Love it. Love Colorado. We've been out to Denver 3 times, I guess. So we love it out there. It's so nice out there. Alfonso, hello, hello. I hope you're having a blessed day as well, buddy. Welcome in. It's always so good to see you. Right? A lot of y'all have more knowledge of this than I probably do. So, yes, keep it up, Nancy. Don't give up. Let's see. Yep. So, Selena's praise report is right at home, and he ate 2 plates full of that, and that's huge for him right now. Swollen in the face, and he's drinking, which is huge too, right? So, y'all didn't know, there I think is 14 medications, what I counted in the picture, that he has to take twice a day. So those of you that only take 6 medications a day or whatever, Ryland's only 11 and he takes that many. So if he can do it, you can do it. So, and then he gets a couple of shots. So let's see. Right, Lisa D? Is like, is it the difference in doctor's notes or what? Because, Shelby and I were totally prepared to fight it. And, like, we were just shocked. So, I don't know. It's because I talked to you today, Selena. It's rubbed off. It's catchy. You know this. Pro bono attorneys, yes. There's Tammy. Hello, Tammy. I just showed her sign a few minutes ago if you didn't see. Bender and Bender was great for me. Huh? Is that like a joke, a commercial joke or something? Cole said they called late Friday afternoon and was able to get me in on Monday. Okay. I figured that must have been the case because you said at that time, when I talked to you the other day, that it was Thursday, unless they got you in early. So I'm glad you got it over with, though, because now we can definitely beat those prayers up about that this is going to be benign cancer. We're going to go ahead and claim it, guys. We're going to claim that it is benign cancer, period. Alfonso, you're in Denver. Wow. Well, cool. Is like round the corner, and a couple other people I know are out there. Yes, and 2 shots, yes. All right, I think. Mary. Hello, Mary. Welcome in. So good to see you. Ella. Off to have a late dinner. Good night. Have a great dinner. Are you going with Victoria? Joanne says, I think good documentation from doctors and specialists help with the disability. I didn't have much trouble, just had to answer a lot of questions. Yes. And I always hate when they do that financial review or whatever they call it, where you got to answer all those questions again and so forth. It drives my daughter insane. No, I'm in Arkansas. I am down south in Arkansas. Right, Lisa D? 25 to 30 pills, 6 would be a piece of cake, right? I was diagnosed with fibro way back in my early 20s, and I have a undifferentiated connective tissue disorder, which simply means I can have one of the 200 autoimmune diseases, which I don't know what that is. The closest thing I think I have is Raynaud's, which is where your extremities, your hands and your feet get really cold and purple. So, like, supposedly when I go grocery shopping, I'm supposed to wear gloves if I get anything out of the freezer section. But anyways, I was taking so many pills back then. Like, it was outrageous for someone of my age. And I think even the same for Ryland. Outrageous. And so I took myself off of everything. So I don't take much at all. Because I don't know. Everybody's different and everybody needs to do what they need to do. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Right, Selena, yes. All right, so I hope you all had a great weekend. I had a nice weekend. You know what? I wonder, Kathy, because Shelby wasn't married, even though her and Emma's dad lived together at the time. I wonder if that might be why she got it, but she only had 1 kid. So, yeah, that's why I just quit taking everything, because I'm like, it's not going to improve it. So, and I have my own takes about gabapentin. I think it makes you gain weight. So, therefore, that's why I quit taking it. But really, I don't think that was the problem either. had a great weekend. I had a nice weekend of not working on anything, like no flea market, no estate sale working. So Saturday, Robert and I, we went sourcing in the morning, and then around noon, I got with Tammy, and we picked up our friend Leela, and we went sourcing some more until probably, and then we had dinner. So it was about, 5, 6 o'clock by the time I got home. And then Sunday, Robert and I went sourcing again that morning, and then he took me shoe shopping. So I got some really cute sandals for the office for the summer. Got a black pair, brown pair, and I had to get new walking shoes because the shoes I was wearing Saturday were absolutely killing my feet. And Skechers was having a buy one, get one 50% off in case any of y'all need to go and get some new shoes. And no, this is not a paid promotion for Skechers. I'm just letting you know the deals out there. That too, Lisa D, right? I had to always have my kidney and liver functions, blood work done, make sure. I bet you are. I can imagine. More power to you, Selena. There's no way. Like, I'm getting L for the first time, not this weekend, but next weekend, the following Saturday. And we'll go and get our nails done, take her for a first manicure, pedicure type thing. And then we might go do something else, go paint something or whatever. But she's 5, guys. She's 5. The first grandkid, I was willing to keep her all the time. We had to keep her all the time first year of her life because Shelby was still at home. But then I had Emma all the time up until Elle was born because there was a little bit of jealousy there. So after Elle was born or whatever, I haven't had, and Emma's hit teenage years, I haven't had her as much. But I'm starting now with Elle at 5. Oh, so good to see you, Mary. Yay! I went by hometown. I was like, Tammy, look at my sandals. So she had to go get some. All right. So that was my weekend. So again, I hope y'all had a great weekend. Quick reminder again this week. Auctions, I will not be doing one tomorrow night or Wednesday night. I do not believe. Definitely not Wednesday night because that's mine and Tammy's usual work night for the estate sale. I will be on Thursday, though. So I hope you saw my shorts that kind of explained some things this morning. I'm not going to tell you all again. Y'all can go watch the short. I will be back on Tuesday nights regular soon, but right now just got a lot on my plate with this whole estate sale stuff. So tonight, guys, we are on our second topic of the new series on believing these lies about ourselves and how we can find truth instead of the lie. So tonight's topic is the lie that we believe that will start tomorrow. I'll start that tomorrow. In fact, I had this thought today, and I had to insert it into my notes real quick for tonight because it just happened late this afternoon. But I had to, after work, I had to run to the post office. I had to be there by 4:30 so I could drop my packages off. And then I had to run by the bank before they close at 5 to make a deposit into my stepdad's bank account. And I also needed gas. And so between the post office and the bank, I was like, I can just do it tomorrow. I can just get gas tomorrow. So what did I do? I'll tell you at the end. Stay tuned for that. Oh, good for you, Joanne, getting a break. Especially when you're not used to having a child, for a while, or you just have them every now and then, and have them constantly. I bet you deserve that break. You take a rest, my friend. So positive spot thought. Today, I will start my life over, and tomorrow I will build on today and carry on in the same way every day thereafter. So that's our positive spot thought. Thank you guys for being here. Greatly appreciate it. I use pirate ship. There's pirate ship. There's stamps. Those that use stamp. I can't remember who Josie uses. I want to say there was one called Shippo or something like that. If you Google, you can probably find any of those. But pirate ship is what a lot of us resellers use. So Right, Mary? I can do one more thing instead of tomorrow. And I feel like I've been doing that today. I got up this morning. Usually just to refer back to my short. Usually what happens is I get up in the morning, Monday through Thursday, well, Friday, I should say. Get up at 6:30. I put on my makeup. I come in here, let Bella outside, bring her back in, give her fish oil, and then I give her food and everything. I fix my breakfast. We sit down, have our breakfast, and then usually I'm like hoping to get all that done by 7:20, and then I kick back in recliner and go back to sleep until 8 o'clock, and then I get up and hurry and get dressed and get out the door. So that tells you where my mind been. Well, this morning, instead of doing that, I had a couple of you that it was just simple items I could ship. I had like 3 or 4 orders on Poshmark and Macari each that I had to do, and those were just one item. So I had to do all that this morning. And so no nap this morning, and then came home. Robert and I went to dinner. Oh, I did all the stuff I told you about earlier. Went to dinner. Robert got home, worked on putting that note in for tonight, and then worked on some shipping and everything. And then I cut Robert's hair. So I've been very productive today. And it's Monday. That's pretty good for a Monday. Right? So, if I put it off, it's harder to do it the next day. Yes. So, there is a phrase out there. I've already mentioned it, but it sounds like that phrase could be harmless, almost maybe responsible, even maybe comforting. And that phrase is, I'll start tomorrow. So we are going to start right now with a chat participation question. So I want to know how many of you have ever said, I'll start tomorrow. I'll start that tomorrow. Maybe it was exercising. Maybe it was dieting. Maybe it was starting to read the Bible or whatever it may be. I'm just thinking some things I've done. So how many of you have done that? Okay, I'm going to start walking tomorrow. And I'm going to do 13 miles. Not really. But anyways, you get what I'm saying. You set that goal really big that you're going to do whatever it may be. Mary says, me. Nancy says, I have. Cool says, yep, sure me. Alfonso, 20 years ago. Is the last time you said that? Lisa D says, me. Joanne says, I've said it. Josie says, me. Selena's just going to go ahead and admit it. I'll do it, yes. In fact, Timmy said that today, didn't you? About the cleaning up the coffee. I'll do it tomorrow. We got Echo saying me as well. Thank you guys for being honest with me on that. I know I have definitely said it. Definitely. Kathy said me. It's always I will start when health is better, except that is not a reality, right? Cracker Mary says me. All right. So that phrase, I'll start tomorrow, it feels wise. Like it's that's a wise thing to think. I'll start tomorrow. Oh, I know. I'm messing with you. I'll let y'all read that. It feels like a wise statement that you're making, right? Like, why do it today if I don't feel like it? What is that saying? No, it goes with what we're talking about tonight. Do tomorrow what you put off. Whatever. I can't even remember what it is now. Anyways. But like, why do it today if I don't feel like doing it and I can do it better tomorrow? This girl right here, I will say that. It feels like you're giving yourself some space, some more time. I just need to rest today, and tomorrow I'll be better. But in reality, it's one of the most dangerous lies that we tell ourselves. Because tomorrow is the most crowded place on earth, as you can probably imagine, because we're all saying we'll do it tomorrow. So it's the most crowded place on earth. Thank you. Don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. I cannot think of that. Thank you, Joanne. But it's also where dreams, they go to sit. It's where discipline goes to die. It's where intentions pile up and never turn into action. And the truth is, tomorrow doesn't need you to succeed. Tomorrow might not even show up for you, but today does, and today has shown up. So let's be honest about something. No doubt at all that life unfolds in unexpected ways. Life happens, and sometimes our plans, they just don't work out. However, when it becomes a frequent situation where the commitments that we make carry little real weight in our lives, it's time for some self-reflection. I'll start tomorrow. It's rarely about timing. It's almost always about avoidance. That's why we will put things off. We're avoiding something. We know we're doing it when we say it, when we feel overwhelmed. When we say it when we're afraid to fail. When we say it when we don't feel ready. We don't feel good enough. We don't feel motivated. But here's the reality. Here's the reality. You will not magically become a different person overnight. You're going to be the exact same person tomorrow as you were today. The discipline that you're avoiding today, guess what? It will still be waiting for you tomorrow. The fear that you're running from today, guess what? It will still be here tomorrow as well. The difference is tomorrow is heavier than what it would have been if you'd done it today. And then the next day gets even heavier. Exactly. Lisa D says, last time I did that, gas went up 50 cents a gallon. It cost me some money, right? I'll do it tomorrow. And look, it cost Lisa D some money. So anytime you think you need gas, go ahead and get it. But every time that you delay, every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, you are training your mind to believe I don't follow through. And believe it or not, that belief becomes your identity. Not because it's true, but because you practice it. Some of you might do it every day or every week or once a month. And I want you to think about this. Success is not built in giant, life-changing moments. We talked about this before. It's built in small decisions like starting when you don't feel like it, showing up when no one is watching. We've all heard that phrase, right? Taking one step when you rather wait. All right, Selena, I'm with you on that. Go watch the short, you'll see it. But taking that one step when you rather wait. How profound is that? I like that one. I hadn't heard that one before. And every single time you say tomorrow, you miss a huge opportunity to build that muscle. Here's another truth that we don't talk about enough. The lie of I'll do it when I'm motivated tomorrow. Waiting for motivation is a trap. Motivation, believe it or not, is unreliable because it shows up when things are easy, but it also disappears when things are uncomfortable. You get out of your comfort zone, so you're like, nope, not today. It is not happening. Discipline, though, when you're disciplined, that's different. Discipline says, I don't feel like it, but I'm doing it anyway. And that's where your life starts to change. Even with the smallest start, the smallest step for today. Let's do another chat participation question. If you haven't said, I'll start tomorrow. What about saying I'll do it when I feel ready? I know, right? I was thinking of tomorrow. That's the one I'm thinking of. Echo says, for me, it was not loving myself enough to follow through on things that would actually help me. Love that, Echo. Yes. So chat participation question was, if you haven't said I'll start tomorrow, what about saying I'll do it when I feel ready? I know I have done that. I've been like, I don't feel motivated right now. I'll do it when I feel motivated to do it. When I feel my favorite is saying when I feel creative enough to do it, you know. So if you never said, which many of y'all said y'all had, said that you'll start tomorrow. If you haven't said that, how about I'll do it when I feel ready? Alfonso said, I went to college when I felt when I was ready. Graduated high school 2002, started college in 2015. There you go. You know, I went to college in 93 to 94. Obviously, I had too good of a time. And so I had to grow up quick. And so I went back to school probably 2000 something. I can't think about it. Anyways, I graduated with my bachelor's in 2020. So I started what I finished. And that's always more important to me. Finish what you started. So congratulations, Alfonso. I'm proud of you. Joanne says, I've said that too. Kathy said, I was ready a long time ago. Cool says, definitely me. Nancy said, I've said that to myself as well. Harry! Hello, Harry. Welcome in, buddy. I was wondering where you were. I was missing you. Kraken Mary says, me all the time. Selena says, no, not said that. Right now I'm thinking of the movie How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or something like that. Anyway. Echo says, when I feel ready never comes for me, right? Lisa D says, I have. Thank you, guys. So let me challenge a thought that you may have then of what if I'm not ready? Guess what? You're not supposed to be ready. Readiness, my friends, is a myth. Growth happens because you start unprepared when you're not ready. That's when real growth is going to happen. Love it, Selena. If you wait until you feel ready, you quite possibly will wait forever. So let's do another chat participation question here. Who in here is afraid to fail? Be honest. Who in here is afraid to fail? Again, like I said last week, this is what makes Monday Motivation so powerful, so real, is when we're all real together. I can tell you that I have been afraid to fail. I don't want to look like an idiot. I think that's what I was so worried about. Y'all remember when I was studying for my auctioneer's test, I kept telling you guys I was worried about it or whatever, because I was afraid to fail. I was afraid I was going to fail, look like a total idiot in front of y'all and everybody else. I said, hey, I'm getting my auctioneer's license. And then come back and say, oh, I did pass. I was afraid of failing. That's why I was, feeling that way. Harry said, if you ever wonder how to lose a guy in 10 days, don't feed them. They will leave. I was thinking of the part where they're playing the card game, and it's called the BS card game. So that's what I was thinking about with Selena. Love it. So Alfonso said me. Kathy says me. Lisa D says me. Nancy says absolutely, right? Tammy says not me. She's the overachiever in our group. Yes, fear of failure drives me forward. Y'all remember my Monday Motivation on fear? Y'all need to go back and watch that if you haven't. Echo says me. Mary says failure is scary, right? Even on the littlest things, even if you know it's not even possible. Kathy says failure was not an option in my family. Now Tammy says, been there, done that. Selena says, dang it, Scoot, stop. Yes, I feel that every day. But you continue to amaze us, Selena. Joanne says, I don't want to fail, but I'm not afraid. Cracker Mary says, me. Echo said, I was always told you can't do it, and so you just didn't even try, right? And you got someone telling you that. That's why I thought I was going to be able to save my ex-husband, because nobody believed in him. Of course, now I know why, but I did not say that, but y'all know what I mean. Mary says, but if you don't fail, you're not moving ahead, because failure is an art of learning curve. Yes, love it. Let's see. So fear, back when I did that thing, fear was fear everything and run, or your choice of fear could be face everything and rise. So that's always stuck with me when we did that topic back then. Because y'all know I love my acronyms, so that's what I came up with. Face everything and rise. So. I can't help it, Selena. We take up residence in each other's brain. So the other thought, like I just said, that you might have is, what if I fail? Guess what? You will. At some point, you will mess up. You will fall short. You will lose momentum. That's where I feel like I found myself here lately, losing the momentum. But failure today teaches you something. Failure tomorrow just delays the lesson. Do I need to say that again? Because that sounds very powerful to me as well. Failure today teaches you something. Failure tomorrow just delays the lesson. When you truly desire something, you'll discover a path to achieve it. When you truly want something, you're going to go for it at all costs. But conversely, when you don't genuinely want something, you'll come up with a reason and an excuse to not pursue it. All those excuses. Right, Josie? If you fail, you pick up the pieces and try again. Yes. So you'll come up with all the excuses when you don't really want to achieve something. So how does your subconscious, and I'll let me back up real quick. Kind of like, I am one that if I'm at the office, I don't usually, unless I'm going with the guys for lunch, I usually don't like leaving the office to go get lunch. So I'll munch on some chips, or if I happen to take lunch that day, I'll do that. But most of the time, once I'm at the office, I do not like to leave until it's time to leave for real. Unless I'm going to lunch or I got an appointment or whatever. But if I don't have to, I don't want to. But if there's something I really want, something I've been craving, yeah, I'll go and get it. I'll find a way to go get it, right? Right, Echo? Yes, we do make time for the things that we really want to do. So how does your subconscious differentiate between your true desires and your mere pretense? It examines your past experiences and how you've approached similar situations before. The lie of I'll start tomorrow also steals something deeper. It steals trust in you, in yourself. Because every time you make a promise and you don't keep it, you weaken your own confidence. What did I call you the other day? I don't remember. All I can think of right now is redrumming. Only Selena will get that. Oh my goodness. So when you say I'll start tomorrow, it steals that trust that you had in yourself. We are also so ready to put ourselves off until tomorrow. Always. We will do something and everything for everybody else, but we always put ourselves off until tomorrow. We don't show up for our own selves. But how do you feel when a friend does this to you? when they keep putting you off until the next day, not showing up when you really need them. It gets old if they keep doing it, right? Should be the same thing for yourself. It just gets old when you let yourself down, you don't show up for yourself, and you don't push yourself to do what you need to do. When you show up and you take a step, every time you follow through, even in something like a small step forward, you are rebuilding your trust in yourself. Mary says, my tree won't resurface, sometimes years if I don't act on it. I feel like I'm not reading that right. So, what does starting today actually look like? I'm so glad you asked. It definitely doesn't mean doing everything. People think, well, if I'm going to do it today, I have to do it all today. No, it doesn't mean doing everything in one day. I start on my Monday motivation notes, and I do wait sometimes to the last minute. I will admit that. But most of the time, I know what kind of mood that puts me in when I wait to the last minute. Rush, hustle, all that kind of stuff. If I go ahead and just do a little bit each day, or a little bit before Sunday night is generally when I need to get it done by for myself. If I do it a little bit, then it's not so much when I wait to the last minute, right? There you go. That's what you need to do, Selena. So it doesn't all have to be done in one day. It means doing something, not the perfect workout. Just move your body. Not doing 5 miles a day. Go ahead and just get in a 15-minute walk. Not the full plan. Just take that first step. Not the finished project. Just begin it. Because starting creates momentum. And momentum creates consistency. And consistency creates transformation. Harry says, sometimes you don't feel like doing things, but when I feel like that, I usually get up then and do it. Usually you feel better, right? That's why I need to be in the mornings. Just come in here, do some listing, whatever, instead of going back and dozing off in the recliner. If I just go ahead and keep moving, I'll be good, right? Yes. So let's get real for a moment. There are people out there with less time than you, less energy than you, less resources than you. Just begin. Because starting, jumped up in my notes, sorry. Less resources than you was my last line I said, and they are still choosing and starting today. They're not giving excuses, not because it's easy, but because they decided that waiting costs too much. Just like Lisa and the gasoline. Waiting costs too much. So when you think, well, I don't have enough time, or I just have no energy to do this, or I can't afford to do it, whatever that may be, or I don't have this around to help me, I don't have that program to help me, whatever. Think of those other people. They are still choosing and starting today because they decided that waiting costs too much. So how much does tomorrow cost? Here's the cost of tomorrow. Another day of staying stuck. Another day of reinforcing bad habits. Another day further from the life you say that you want. And those days, they add up. It becomes a couple of days become a couple of weeks become a couple of months. Not dramatically, but quietly. It's not until one day that you look back and you realize, I've been saying tomorrow for years and still haven't done it. Kathy said, I started doing ankle pumps 2 hours after surgery. I wasn't waiting until tomorrow to start those. My PT is big on ankle pumps, so I beat her to it. Awesome, because when I had my ACL repair, my knee surgery back then, I was shocked that they wanted me to go to PT the next day after surgery. I was like, what? You gotta be crazy. But it was like absolute. I say it wasn't absolutely nothing. No, there was some pain there. Some pain I never thought I would experience, like with my heels, laying in bed on my back. That my heels during the night was just burning, like they were on fire, and I couldn't stand for anything to touch them. And I was like, that's crazy. But I was able to walk. I had crutches with me, but I could walk with a brace on my knee and everything. The best thing that Robert decided to do before I had that surgery was he bought one of those potty chairs to put over the toilet. And I was like, I'm not old. I'm not using that thing. He goes, no, what I'm thinking is you put it on the highest setting. You don't have to go down slow and have to struggle to get back up. The most brilliant idea ever. The most brilliant man ever. I was like, that was the best thing that we have spent our money on, even though it was used for just a short time, period of my knee. So, hey, Mama Sands, how are you? I miss you. I love you. And we all hear Selena roll her eyes. Yes, right? Like, I was shocked. I was just like, what? I just had surgery. But I tell you, it was the most easiest, so to speak. Again, yes, there was pain. Yes, there were some rough days. But it was a lot easier than what I thought it was going to be. Like, super easy. Like, stupid easy almost. All right, make sure I'm not missing either. There she is. I was waiting for it. So, those days add up, the weeks and the months, to where you're finally going, oh my gosh, years have passed, I still haven't started. But here's the good news. You can break that cycle right now. Not later, not after this week, not when things calm down, but right now. If you decide today not to break another promise to yourself, you will compel yourself to take a step back. You can't fulfill every commitment. You can't fulfill every promise, every goal and idea without being intentional. When you understand that your words hold power and that your commitments are significant, you won't agree to do things so readily. Oh, awesome, Alfonso. That's so cool. Do you put videos on your YouTube? Because that'd be cool if you could, like, record yourself and put it on YouTube. So, I am always, and I've learned a lot from what I went through with my stepdad. I used to be, sometimes still am, the yes. Like, it's hard for me to tell people no. And I've learned that I've got to say no to protect myself. And I still don't like doing it. I feel like I'm being the most horrible person. But I have to protect my time. I have to protect my peace. I have to protect my rest. I have to protect my relationship with Robert and everything. And I have to say no to some things. Oh, I will go check that out. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go to your channel real quick. I'm going to hit the subscribe button so I can go back and watch you. Ah, I'm so glad you said that. And it made me think of that. All right, I'm subscribed to you, Alfonso, so now I won't miss you. Now I'll have to go check that out. So, again, you can break the cycle right now. You can't fulfill everything. You can't always be the yes lady or the yes man. So, you'll need to consider whether you genuinely have time to meet that friend for coffee this week. You'll have to determine if working out 4 times before Sunday is feasible. Back in my workout day, it was Mondays and Wednesdays I would work out. I would go work out Monday right after work, get here, have my Monday motivation for you guys. And then Wednesday nights, I went after work. It was somebody had to be bleeding, somebody had to be dying for me to miss a workout, which unfortunately that happened with my parents, and try to get back into April after they passed, and I just couldn't get back into it. But I've been feeling the bug again, you know. I do so good when I get on that wagon, and then as soon as something throws me off the wagon, like getting sick or a death or whatever, it's like, dang it. All right. So you'll have to decide if you got time to meet with that friend for coffee this week. You'll have to determine if working out 4 times before Sunday, 2 times before Sunday, whatever is feasible, or if it's more practical for you to commit to doing 2 intense sessions like I was doing, and maybe a power walk or whatever with your neighbor or your husband, whoever. But you'll take a moment to slow down and reflect. Oh, you're still working. I was like, he's still working. Who's he? Never mind. I reread it. I got you. You don't need a new plan. You don't need a perfect schedule. You don't need more time. You need a decision, a real one. The kind that says, I am not waiting anymore. Because the truth is, the life you want is not built tomorrow. It's built in the moments that you choose not to delay. You won't merely discuss a goal. You'll strategize on how to accomplish it. You'll establish a goal and you'll amaze yourself when you reach it. You'll train yourself to adopt a new behavior and establish a benchmark for the person that you genuinely are. Not the one that you fantasize about becoming, but the individual that you work on being each and every day. So here's your challenge. Before this day ends, start something. Start something. It is 8:55 Central. That means it's 9:55 Eastern. It is 7:55 Mountain. And it is 6:55 where Josie is. So you still got some time to get some stuff done before the day is over. The day's not over until midnight, right? So do that one small thing, one small step. Here are some things that have helped me. Yep, she did. I was like, oh, she ain't ever coming. She's not going to come here. I've had people say that before. They don't come. Oh, here comes Selena. There you go, Mary. Mary said, I started a jigsaw puzzle, but you're using that brain because you got to think about where those pieces go, right? You're exercising your muscle in your brain. There you go. So things that have helped me. One is action. Number 1, starting with one small goal. At one point, regular soda seemed like an elusive great white whale to me. But looking back, I realized that quitting regular sodas, and yes, I need to give up the diet, one thing at a time, but quitting regular sodas was a million times simpler than running marathons or doing my half marathons I've done before. Meeting yearly budget targets or launching a new business. It was so much easier than those. It's far easier to introduce a new habit than to eliminate an existing one. So if you're looking to diet, consider adding a new habit or challenge to that diet. Once you master that for a month, not in a day or 2 or a week, a month, when you master it in 1 month, you'll feel as though that you've established a new benchmark for success and you can tackle something even more challenging. One step at a time. There you go. Lisa D says, I'm cleaning out one of my crystal boxes. Got to start somewhere. The next thing is one step. Number 2, being careful with my commitments. We readily agree to anything that seems beneficial for us. A new diet, definitely. Helping out at church this Saturday, for sure. We recognize that these activities are valuable and they're worthwhile, so we enthusiastically say yes, believing that the significance of the commitment will inspire us to see it through. Sadly, that's not always true. Take a moment before you say yes. Only agree to commitments that you are confident that you can fulfill because they truly matter to you. Otherwise, you risk setting yourself up for an ongoing disappointment. If it's something you don't enjoy doing, then don't do it. Harry says, I can't stop drinking my Pepsi. I've tried talking migraine time without it. Tammy was saying that her doctor told her to have a Pepsi if she's got a migraine or whatever. So, I mean, maybe there's some truth in that. Robert's giving up sodas. And I'm like, dude, more power to you. You go. I have to have my Diet Pepsi every morning, or Diet Coke. Usually Diet Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi person, more so than a Coke. I don't know what it is. Joanne says, I gave up soda 10 years ago. I drank Diet and wanted to stop because of the aspartame. Now I only drink water and sweetened iced tea, sometimes lemonade. I don't miss it. Speaking of lemonade, Robert and I actually went to a few yard sales Saturday, and I'm like, I want to support these kids. And that's what I think every time I go to yard sales. I want to support these kids that are selling lemonades and cookies and stuff. I typically will not buy a cookie. Every now and then I'll get one, but I'm like, I don't need it. Anyways, kid was selling lemonade. I was like, you know what? Here's you $1 because kudos to you. You are hustling he had to be 5 to 7, something like that. It's like y'all are encouraging your kids to work hard now, not later. Yes, they need to be rewarded. I wish I could give up the soda, the diet soda. Sweet tea does something with my stomach, though, when I'm eating something rich. Like we go out to eat, like Mexican. I gotta have Diet Coke with my Mexican. Selena says, not giving up my Sprite. Sorry, I'll give up Sam before my Sprites. Kathy says, haven't had a sweet tea in a year. Drink water, lemonade, water down, and Pepsi once a week. There you go. Right? Maybe that's what I need to do. One a day. So, again, only agree to commitments that you are confident in fulfilling. That's something you enjoy, that truly matters to you. That way you don't have that disappointment. See, I guess because I drink Diet Pepsi and I drink Diet Coke, that drinking zero Pepsi or zero Coke, either one, I can do it. Zero Dr. Pepper, I can do it. It's not as good as there is a difference. Let me put it that way. I shouldn't say it's not as good because I can drink it if I have it. But I'm like, well, what's really the difference between a zero Coke and Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi is zero Dr. Pepper or whatever? What's the difference between that and diet? See, that's where you got, well, maybe it's not sun tea. Louisiana tea. Now we're going to start talking about different teas. I do not like Louisiana tea. I like Lipton. That's what I like. Cool. So that's awesome, Scooter. Supporting kids is my weakness. Mike and I are always overdoing it when it comes to supporting youngsters, right? I don't probably do it enough. And so that's why I was like, really, you can spare $1. Oh, look at Josie showing out. I didn't buy ice cream this week. And those of you that's been around Josie, you all know she loves her ice cream. That's probably Robert's biggest weakness is ice cream, too. He loves some big bowl of ice cream. So, one decision that proves to yourself, number 3, is being honest with myself. Be truthful with yourself regarding what you're neglecting. A small cancellation here or withdrawal there, it can accumulate. But only if you choose not to recognize your actions. If you take a serious look at what you've canceled in the past 30 days, besides it's a subscription you didn't need or whatever, you may be surprised to find out how you're conditioning yourself to act. You simply say, I follow through. No more tomorrow. No more miss. Because tomorrow is just a story that we tell to avoid becoming who we're capable of being today. Start now. Start tonight. Quit putting it off until tomorrow because we're not even promised tomorrow. And what did I do about getting gas for my car earlier today? I went ahead and did it today because waiting until tomorrow would just add that much more stress to my life for me in the morning. I'll be running even later to work. So I went ahead and got gas today. And hopefully, like Lisa said, since I chose to go ahead and do it today, you know, if gas prices go up tomorrow, it won't matter now because I did it today. So, all right, real quick. I know we didn't do a prayer last week. I want to do a prayer tonight. So if you will join me in that. Dear Lord, I keep telling myself that I'll start tomorrow as if tomorrow is promised. As if delay doesn't quietly shape who I become. You see, through my excuses, the tired ones, the comfortable ones, the ones that sound reasonable but keep me stuck. Give me honesty to admit where I've been avoiding change. Give me courage to begin, even if it's a small, tiny step, even if it's messy. Break the illusion that I need perfect timing, perfect energy, perfect conditions, whatever that may be. Remind me that today is enough, that one step matters, that obedience now is better than intention later. Help me trade hesitation for action, fear for the trust, and delay for discipline. I don't want to live in someday. Teach me to live in today. In Jesus' precious name, amen. Amen, amen. Whew. Gas is $4.99 for regular today. Ours here was, I got 10 cents off, and it was $3.69. So that means it was $3.89 today. Thank you, guys. All right, guys, as always, thank you. Robin, you've been here the whole time, girl. You've been hiding from me. Thank you for always starting your week off with me, guys. I greatly appreciate it more than you could ever imagine. This week, again, might be a light week on me as far as the auctions go. Just be watching for the thumbnails. Right now, I haven't added Tuesday thumbnails or Wednesday. I decided I'll add those as I go each week. That way it's not up there. It only goes up there if I'm truly doing it. And I really appreciate you guys still showing up as always. You lurk on occasion. Good to see you, Robin. Let's see, tomorrow night, Tammy and I are supposed to be working on the estate sale on Wednesday night. We definitely won't be doing an auction because we'll be working on the estate sale. We do have, like I said, a date set for June because we both have vacations planned this month. We really wanted to do it for May, but Tammy goes on vacation, not next week, but the week after. And then I'm going on vacation at the end of the month. So that's why I didn't list anything for at the end of the month on my thumbnails because Robert and I are taking a much needed break for the end. However, I will be back on Thursday at 8 p.m. Central this week. So thank you again in advance for your patience, your kindness, and your support as we start this new business. So next Monday motivation episode 164, we'll be looking at another lie that we tend to believe about ourselves. And that is, I'm not good enough. How many of us have been there on that one, right? So come on back next week if you want to learn what the lie is all about. Make sure you do all the YouTube things. You subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for all notifications, a thumbs up on your way out if you haven't done so just yet. Oh, it's not Sunday. It's Monday, buddy. Been Monday all day. So, make it a great week. If I don't see you somewhere around the YouTube, remember today I will start my life over. And tomorrow, I will build on today and carry on in the same way every day thereafter. Now, let's do this thing. Y'all have a great night, and I will see you guys soon around the YouTube. Good night.